Trying to get it straight. Is that straight? Okay, I'm guessing I'm live. Oh my god. Alright, well. Perla's here. Hi everybody. This is my first live video, I guess. I wanted to come up on here for the first time. Wanted to do this for fun and see how this goes. My name is Perla. I'm Perla's Precious here on YouTube. I have my YouTube channel here. And yeah, I'm a little bit nervous. This is live. I'm going to tend to stutter, mess up, but that's just how I am. That's who I am. I'm a real person. And yeah, so I just want to come up on here and show you guys or tell you guys my life story on how I became a jewelry designer, a reseller, and have my YouTube channel. So yeah, so I don't know how long this is going to take, but I hope you guys could hear me. I'm on my laptop. I got a webcam, so I wanted to give this thing a try, you know, and see what it's like. It's been a while since I post any videos on my YouTube channel, and yeah, so I guess I'm gonna start my life story. I started in 2006, right after high school. I graduated high school in 2005, and I wasn't really, at that time, I wasn't working. I didn't know what to do with my life. And so it was kind of, I don't know, a roller coaster for me. And I remember I would always go out with my mother. We would go to the stores, go shopping and everything. And so I guess we ended up we were going to Ross. I remember I was 20, I believe, or 18, around there. And like I said, I was out with my mom going to the stores and everything. And so we went to Ross, you know, shopping and everything. We were like, oh, let's go to Michael's craft store. And we went in there, and I was looking around, and I came across a board. Like, they had like flyers. And I saw one of like how to make cakes, like baking class and floral class. And then I saw one with jewelry. So I thought that was very interesting. And I picked up the flyer, I read it, and it was on a Saturday for a class for an hour or two for like $20. And I told my mom about it, and I thought that was interesting. She liked it. And so I took it. That Saturday I went, I took the class. It was a beginner's class, and it was really fun. They taught us the basics on how to make like a simple earring or a bracelet or a necklace, and how to bring my own tools. And I didn't have my tools. So I went to go get my tools there at Michael's. So I bought like a simple little kit that had like the simple jewelry tools in it. And I brought a little case of what was it called? Like plastic beads. Of course, I picked up purple because purple is my favorite color. And yeah, so that's how I started. And it was really fun. They taught us the basics, and I just made a simple earring with the matching bracelet. I should have brought it with me so I could have showed you guys. But yeah, it was a really fun class, and it was very interesting, and I fell in love with it till that day. Again, this was like around 2006, I believe. And so yeah, I fell in love with it. And at that time, I didn't have a job, so I was like, okay, I'll just do something, you know, as a hobby, and a hobby that I fell in love with. And it turned out great. And around that time, my sister was gonna have her second child. So she was pregnant, and we were going to get ready for a baby shower. And I was literally in my room on the floor. My back was on my bed, and I was just making a bunch of jewelry, practicing a bunch of like random beads, you know, beaded jewelry and everything, like crafter beads. And so a light bulb went on. I was like, oh my God, I should sell my jewelry and see just see what it's like. So I made a bunch of stuff really quick, and I took out the day of the baby shower, I took my little table out and just random jewelry that I just created and designed. And yeah, my family was there. It was just a bunch of family members of mine and some friends. And they came up to me and they're like, wow, Perla, your stuff is really good. You should sell it more often. I was like, okay, I will. And so I did. And ever since that day of the baby shower, when I was selling, I sold a couple of things. I didn't sell all my jewelry, but I sold a couple. I sold a couple of sets or just like random stuff. And yeah, and ever since then, I was like, I'm going to make this into a business, a jewelry business, and a private little business for myself, like a hobby, until I find me a part-time job or full-time job. And so yeah, it was a bit of a struggle. I did it for quite some time. Just, like I said, I started like a little hobby, like a love thing that I just wanted to do. And it was pretty fun. I enjoyed it. I learned a lot. I took a couple of classes. I learned on my own. I was a self-taught person. I always have been. I was very passionate, and I wanted to do this business for as long as I can or I could. And so it was a ride. It has its roller coaster, like it's like this, like up and down. There was lots of times where I felt like I wanted to give up. The jewelry business wasn't happening for me. I wasn't making my money. I was broke. And so it was fun while it lasted. And I ended up building. I was working in my room. I had my workspace. I brought 2 tables. I started buying more jewelry. I would go to Los Angeles at the fashion district and just buy a bunch of beads. I started growing. There was times where I wasn't doing anything. I stopped. I took a break on the jewelry business. And so it was crazy, and it was fun to go shop and look for what's out there, new trends, new jewelry styles, fashion, because I've always been into fashion. Hi, Lynn B. Welcome. This is my first live video. I just wanted to do a quick life story of myself and just tell people who I am. And yeah, so I was just saying that how I started as a jewelry designer and my story and how hard it is. And yeah, so what was I saying? I'm a bit nervous too, so bear with me. I'm just rambling. Awesome, good. I'm glad. Well, thank you. Thank you for coming in, chat with me. So yeah, so it was a roller coaster, and but I loved it at the same time. And so yeah, I just did it for so many years. Around let's see, around 2011, I got more serious about it. I had random jobs around that time, that time that I had, like in 2007, I got a little random job. It was a bunch of part-time jobs, like at the mall, doing retail, and I worked at a couple of jewelry stores. I worked at, in 2014, I worked at a store at the mall called Cinderella. It was like accessories, jewelry store. I lost business, so I was only working there for like, 5-6 months. It was a summer job, I guess. And then it took me, and I went back to my jewelry, and then I became a vendor. I started selling my, oh, thank you. Oh, I'm glad. Yeah, I was gonna do another video on, I have a bunch of jewelry boxes that I love to collect, and I wanted to do another video. It's been a while since I've done videos, so yeah, so we'll see about that. Yeah, so I became a vendor. I did, I sold my jewelry like at farmer markets, arts and crafts events, festivals. I even did like a fair thing, and it was really, really fun. And I got to, I learned a lot, excuse me. I learned a lot about myself and how to open up and present myself and to sell my jewelry and just become a seller, and I just showed my passion, and that made me open up to people, how to talk to people, like I said, to sell to sell my stuff. And yeah, so it was a learning experience. I learned a lot. And you make beautiful jewelry. Thank you. Yes, I miss making jewelry. I'll get into that. I was gonna tell you guys what type of jewelry I was making. I make fashionable beaded jewelry, and it's been a while. I took a break because I got into the reselling, which I'll get into that next. Hi, Tiki. What's your real name? Tell me your real name. Yeah. Thank you for popping in, girls, ladies. I appreciate it. So this is my, I keep repeating myself. This is my first time doing a live video, so I'm a little bit nervous. I just want to come on and just share with you all my life story and who I am and how I became a reseller, a jewelry designer, and how I got into YouTube. So yeah, so we'll see. So keep listening and I'll tell you guys my story. So yeah, so it was a fun time of just me, being a vendor, and it only lasted for about a year and a half, I believe. And then I stopped due to, I guess, every city needed a permit, a town permit, a city permit, and I had to keep going to the city hall, and it started going up. It was, at first it was $50, I believe, and now it's like 100 or something in every city. Like, I live in Ontario, California, an hour away from Los Angeles, and so I started in Ontario, Rancho, Fontana, Claremont, Laverne, like all those little cities around me, like all the little downtowns have like their little farmer markets, little craft events, and so it just costed money, and I couldn't afford it at that time. And so I kind of took a break on that. And so yeah, so hi, Trevor. How are you? Welcome. Did I say your name right? I can't read it because the light is on my face. But welcome. This is my first time doing a live stream. So hope you guys are enjoying my rambling, my talking, my story. And yeah, so I'm a little bit nervous. So just bear with me. Talk among yourselves. So yeah, so after that, whoa, the house rumbled. I don't know if that was an earthquake. You guys didn't hear that? I don't know. My house just went boom. That was scary. There's earthquakes happening right now in California, so, and it's really hot. Like, the weather, it's gone up. Summer's here. Yay, I love summer. It's my favorite time of year. I'm a summer girl. My birthday was on June 3rd. It was on a Monday, and yeah, and it got really hot. On Monday, it was like around 103. Tuesday was like 102. Now it's like around 80, high 80s, but still hot. I have my AC right now, so yeah. And yeah, I don't know if that was actually an earthquake, but we'll see on the news. Yeah, too many. It's crazy. And I bet there's going to be like fires happening again. Last year there was like lots of fire hazards. I live next to, I live an hour away from Big Bear. I don't know if you guys know Big Bear or heard of Big Bear. And I live 30 minutes away from Mount Baldy. So I'm surrounded by mountains and forests. I live an hour away, or an hour and 30 minutes away from the ocean, the beach, Huntington, Santa Monica. So yeah, so it's chaos, and there's like hurricanes. There was like a hurricane last year, I believe, in Santa Monica, so they had to close the beach. So anyways, that's a whole different story. Yes. Okay, yes. And it's crazy because I lived in California my whole life, and I never been to Big Bear. I always go to Mount Baldy, but I always wanted to go. So hopefully this winter when it's snowy, because mountains to me mean for me to go to the mountains when it's winter. So that way there's like snow. I could do like winter things, but even the summer will be fun too. Who knows? There's like probably the lake or whatever. But yeah, I lost my train of thought. What was I saying? So yeah, so my vendor days were good, and I worked at some jewelry stores, so I learned a lot. And so again, it was a roller coaster. Yes, Big Bear is so nice. Yeah, I have friends that go there all the time, so and they're always taking pictures, and I'm like, oh, I wish I could go. So yeah, and then so yeah, so I do I create a lot of like fashionable beaded jewelry. I just always loved it. And it's affordable. Anyone can do it. It's like very crafty, very artsy. Everyone has their own way of making things. And um, so, yeah, so it was fun. Eventually, this past 2 years, I think I started in 2017. I guess reselling was popular. I had some family members that were like resellers on eBay. And I was like, I hear a lot of good things about it, like selling a business, having your business, being selling things, and I was just like very curious to see what it's like. And my mom would always tell me like, you should try it, do it. Everyone's doing it. It's a little business, extra money to make, and so yeah, so I was like, okay, well, I was trying to look into it. Oh, when I had my jewelry business, which forgot to mention, my jewelry business is called Perla's Jewelry Box. I named it. That was my brand, Perla's Jewelry Box. And it took me a while for me to figure out a name for my brand, my jewelry brand. And there was a lot of names I went through, and I kind of changed it. At first, I named it Pearl's Jewelry Box. And then I'm like, let me change it to Perla's Jewelry Box. So that was my name. That was my brand name on my jewelry. And yeah, so after that, in 2000, what did I say, 17, I heard a lot of good things about being a reseller on eBay or anything. And I did have my website. Sorry, I was going to say I did make a website on Shopify, and it was hard because they don't do it for you. You have to do it. You have to put your banner, you have to create it, you have to do the font, and it was a lot of time on my hands to do it. And at that time, it was just me, myself, and I running my own business. I was designing, I was drawing, I was buying more beads, going on trends, and like it was just so much. But I bought myself a laptop at that time over those years, when I created my website. And I thank you. Yes, I know, I love my name. A lot of people, because I have also Facebook and Instagram, and I do a lot of social media. And I have probably like 2 Facebook pages, my personal and my business, my jewelry one. And so I would always post on there and just like try to get people to know and make business, and and get some traffic in there. And so for me to buy beads and making my website, and it was fun. I was really busy, and it felt like a full-time job for me, and I made my own hours, and it was really fun. I enjoyed it. So yeah, so over the time, and I was like, I need to and I was like, Perla, people were telling me, like my friends would tell me, my family would tell me that oops, sorry, I shaked the camera, sorry y'all. I have my laptop on my printer and on a little table. It's a little wobbly, so I'm like moving around because it's hot. I'm like sweating. What are y'all doing today? Well, what time is it on your guys' times? Right now for me, it's like 7:22 p.m. on a Thursday, June 13. Yeah, so the sun's still up. The sun goes down like around 8:30. It's 10:22. Oh my gosh, yeah. It's crazy. Yeah, it's super hot. It was, like I said, it was like high 80s. It was crazy. Yeah, and yeah, but I have my air conditioner, and so it feels so good. I had the fan on, but I was like, I'm gonna turn it off because you're gonna hear all this noise. Yeah, 7:22. Oh my gosh, yeah, it's right now it's like 7:23 for me, but 59 degrees. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Where do you live, Tiki? I like your name, Tiki Tiki. I went to a tiki bar last 2 weeks ago with some friends in Los Angeles, Ohio. Oh wow. How's Ohio? Is it like full of bunch of like forest? Is like a forest type? I don't know. School me. Never been, but I seen photos. I see it like very beautiful there, and I love nature. I'm a nature girl, so anything that has like a forest or like nature, water, lakes, I love it. Tiki bars, yes. So yeah, what was I saying? Tiki bar. So I went to a tiki bar a week ago, last 2 weeks ago. It was like a weekend with some friends. We went to a Dodger game, and from there we bar hopped. And yeah, so there was this bar called a Tiki Tea Bar. It's a small little hole in the wall bar. And I guess at Disneyland, there's at the hotel, the Disneyland hotel outside, there's a tiki bar. And it's Disney, obviously. So I guess a friend of mine went there and they give your drinks in like cute little tiki cups. And there was one that was like a fish, like a tiki fish. I think I showed it in one of my videos. I did like a video of me telling my story on items, my story time on my items. And I think I showed the tiki cup. But yeah, so you go there. Oh, and they won. The Dodgers won that day. So it was fun. It's fun to go to a game where they win, not when they lose. It's like, oh, I hate that. But yeah. So yeah. So what was I saying? So yeah, so the tiki bar, and so that little bar, it's known from Disney. They bring all the cups, like all the collector cups, and it was very tiki themed. It looked better than the tiki room at Disneyland, let me tell you. But it was very small. Only like 50 people could fit in there. So we were like in line outside when we got there. But it was so cute. I took pictures and my phone was dying. I was like taking pictures and everything. So that was fun. So anyways, and that's a whole different story. Oops. Oh, I keep shaking. I'm sorry. I went in 2002. They won. Dang, that was a long time ago, girl. Yes, I got a bobblehead too. It's so fun to get bobbleheads. We went early too, but I guess they were giving out like 3,000 of them, so we got there on time, and the game started. It said I think it was gonna start like at 7:30 or something like that, so we got there like around 6. So yeah. So okay, back to my story. So yeah, so I became a vendor and this and that, and time passes by, and I was wondering about the becoming a reseller on eBay. So, people were telling me like, Perla, yes, you should get. Have you thought about doing like selling your stuff on like eBay and things like that? I was like, yeah, sure, but I want to look more into it. So I looked into eBay, and it was kind of interesting, but my cousin did it too. My cousin's married, and they wanted to do an eBay business. So I would go to them and talk to them about it, like what's it like, what type of business it is, what I got to do, what it looks like. And to be honest, like it looks so confusing. Like there's so many words on there, like you have to read. Perla was a baby. I'm a 80s baby. I was born in 1986. 90s child, late 90s teenager, early 2000s late teenager. I was in high school in early 2000s, like 2002. I was in high school. I was a freshman. I graduated in 2005, and I became an adult in late 2000s. That's my story. I was a first year. Oh, you were? What's that like, being a teacher? I remember when I was a little girl, I wanted to be a teacher and a flight attendant, and that never happened. So my dreams fell apart. I used to do the city every year, but no more family since. Aw, yeah. So eBay. I just thought eBay was so like confusing and hard to do, and I was like, I don't get this. And I looked into Etsy. I heard a lot about Etsy since my jewelry was crafters, right? DIY, do it yourself type of style. And I was like, let me look at Etsy. And I went on Etsy online, and I was like, oh my God, I like this. I liked what I was seeing on Etsy. And it looked easy to do. It was easy to post things on there, items. And I was like, okay, well, now I gotta make me a background. And I was like, I'll do my phone. Because I was thinking to get a camera, like a professional camera. Because I'm all about like doing things professionally. I'm very creative, so I wanted to do things perfect. But my friends are like, you don't need to buy yourself a camera. Just use your iPhone. I'm like, okay, I'll do my iPhone. So I just did a simple background. And yeah, so I started off on Etsy, and I would post jewelry on there, and it was fun. So hi, Patsy, Crafties, Patricia. Hi, welcome. It's my first live stream, so hope you guys enjoy me talking. So I'm just telling you guys my story, my life story. And yeah, so yeah, I loved Etsy. So Etsy was my first platform. I got the app, I downloaded the app, and I just started posting my jewelry, Perla's Jewelry Box jewelry, and I started off there, and then I was like, you know what? I don't know anything about this. So I got on YouTube, and I would search resellers, Etsy resellers. I searched. And this is where I'm going to talk about other YouTubers. So, so the one that popped up was Margaret. What's her name? Margaret. Texas Girl Treasures. Yes, she was my first Etsy reseller on there. And her videos were like tutorials on how to make an Etsy, like how to do it, like how to go on there, how to set it up and things like that. And happy early birthday. Thank you. Or is that me? Sorry. I'm not reading the chat. I'm so bad, you guys. I'm sorry. Hi, Patricia. Is that really your name, Patricia? I like that name. Starts with a P. Go Peas. My name is Perla, so yes, I love Margaret. She's wonderful. So yeah, she was my first YouTube. Okay, Patricia. Yes. Okay, I'll try. Yeah. Well, yeah. So yeah. So thank you. Yeah, my birthday was great. I had fun on my birthday. It was on. Oh yeah, I'm June 24th. Okay. Yay. See, Geminis. Yes. So yeah. So yes, peas. Go peas. That sounds weird. Go peas. Yes. So yeah. So Margaret was my first YouTuber. I liked how she presented herself and how she just how to set it up, and it was so easy. So that's how I learned from her, was Margaret. And then I was like, let me see her YouTube channel. So I saw a lot of like jewelry jars, and that's where I'm like, oh, never heard of the jewelry jars. And at that time I wasn't I'll tell you that next. I'm all over the place. Oh my God. Oh, Capricorn. Okay. Ooh, Capricorns. Oh, you're a Cancer. Oh. Also, Geminis are just like through what days are Geminis? Mine's the 3rd. Christmas baby. Yes. My sister, her birthday's in December. In my family, there's a lot of December babies in my family. I'm the only Gemini June baby in my family. So, yeah. So Margaret was my first, and then I saw that she did a lot of videos of jewelry jars, and I thought those were interesting. I would watch her do a jewelry jar unjarring videos, and I would just like be on hers, be looking at all her videos. And so she's really silly and quirky and fun, and I like that. I love YouTubers that are like, they have a personality, or they just being themselves, and I love that. And so yeah, and after that, I was like, okay, let me search for other resellers. And then I searched jewelry jars and jarrings, and a lot popped up on YouTube. And Thelma was the one that popped up. I was like, dang, this lady, she has a lot. I'm like, who is her? I want to know who she is. And so yeah, Thelma was one of my favorites, as well as the jewelry jars and jarring. And then I saw that she does Etsy and Poshmark. I was like, oh, okay. So I started watching her. So she was my second favorite. To this day, she still is. And this was in 2017, I believe. And then, oh, and then Margaret was one of her videos, Margaret was telling one of her videos on it's okay to have a second channel, or not a second channel, a second shop on Etsy. I was like, oh, that's a good idea. I'm gonna do that, because who knows how my jewelry business would be. So yes, okay, I'll get into Elizabeth right now. I'll tell you about Elizabeth. Yes. Okay, so let me go back. Oh my God, I keep forgetting. So yeah, so she talked about like it's okay, it's a good idea to have as many shops you want on Etsy. Have a backup shop. And I was like, that's a good idea. So I was like, what can I sell? You know, what can I sell? And I was like, well, no one knows this, but I love vintage items. I always loved going to like antique shops or, you know, yard sales, things like that. And I was like, I should sell like vintage items. And I was like, well, first let me see if anyone else is selling on Etsy, vintage or antiques or anything. So I searched on Etsy, and there was a bunch of shops. Lots of resellers out there in the world that are doing it. I was like, wow, there's a lot of competition out there on being a reseller. And I was like, okay, well, how can I make my stuff be more like out there and have people see it, you know? So I was like, well, first to start, let me look around the house and see what I could sell to start from. So I told my family, I told my mom and my aunt, like, oh yeah, we have a lot of vintage items. I'm like, okay, so give me some. So they gave me a lot of like, yes, I love vintage too. And so yeah, so they gave me a bunch of items, and that's how I started. It was like what, 20 little items, like candle holders, goblets, glasses, cups, bowls, even little figurines. My mom gave me an old perfume bottle, and I was like, okay, let me just take pictures and list it. So I made my second shop on Etsy, and I was like, okay, what should I name it? And I was like, oh my God, there was like so many names. So I was just like, to this day, I probably changed my shop name like 3 times. I don't remember what they're called. I have a bad memory, but thank you. Yes. So my shop name ended up being Perla's Vintage Shop on Etsy. So go on over, go on over and check out my shop. I have a 10% off right now. I like to do sales once in a while. Right now it's a summer sale, so I have my items on sale right now, including my jewelry. Everything on my shop is on sale. I'm trying to, you know, get rid of all that stuff. I have so many items right now, but yeah, yes. So yeah, so I made my second shop. It's called Perla's Vintage Shop now, and I just got a white background, a simple white background, used my iPhone, took some pictures, did a little editing, and yeah, so I learned a lot from and my shop wasn't, in my jewelry shop, for my jewelry, it was very slow, and I was like, good thing I added or got another shop, a second shop, because if I never did that, I'll probably be stuck in that jewelry and it will never budge. Like I wouldn't be selling anything. But finally, a family member saw a couple of jewelry sets and they bought it. But that was like my family, but I thanked them, you know, and they lived in Texas. So I gave them some, you know, a good price. And yeah, so, well, one of my cousins, she bought 2 jewelry sets, and that was like around $50. So it was good. That was a good sell. So I sold 2 jewelry sets. And then my cousin's girlfriend from Texas, yes, I will. I always do. Yeah. Patricia, I'm gonna do it right after the live, but my other videos, I have it on there. So just go down to the description and I have my website links there and it'll take you straight there. But yeah, but I will. I definitely will link it down below. Um, so she was like, can you make me this? So I was like, yeah, I'll make you a custom necklace. She's Gothic, so she liked a lot of like witchy type of stuff, galaxy. And so I made her a little something and I sold her. I gave it to her maybe like $40. Yeah, so I went to Hobby Lobby really quick and got some random supplies and I made her her necklace and a bracelet she wanted with stars, like a charm bracelet with stars, and it was very simple. I sell on eBay, Victorian, jewelry, eBay. Ooh, I love Victorian jewelry. Okay, I want to see. I always support other jewelry designers. I always have supported them. I bought I bought a lot of jewelry from other jewelry designers when I was a vendor at farmer markets, and I made a lot of friends. Like next door, there was my first time when I became a vendor. Um, the girl next door, she did like a beachy type of jewelry, very handmade, very dainty stuff, really pretty. And I bought like a couple of necklaces from her. And but she never bought anything for me. But I added her on social media on Instagram, and but yeah, and there was another girl that I in another area, she does a lot of like handcrafted jewelry, like very simple, dainty jewelry, like rings, earrings, and I bought a ring from her, but I lost it to the I don't know where it went. It was like very small and dainty. Yes, yes, Patricia, I want to see your jewelry. So yeah, so I just started posting things on my vintage Etsy page, and it was very slow. And then finally, someone bought something, and that was exciting. But I learned a lot because I did a lot of mistakes when I first started. I remember I had this fairy snow globe that my cousin gave me in 2002. I think that was when I was 16. It was a Sweet 16 party I had, and I got it as a gift. And I had it in my one of these cases here. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna sell this because I love fairies, and butterflies. But I was like, I want to try to make money off of it. So I put it up there, and I sold it. I think that was one of my. No, the first one that I sold was a nice candy dish. It was pink. It was crystal glass. It was beautiful. I sold that one first. Oh, the buyer loved it. So the second one was a snow globe. But I noticed, so this is my fault, my bad, and my mistake. I noticed the water was a little bit brown. It was like brownish. But there was a lot of water. It was working. Nothing was broken. It was good condition. It was just the water was getting brown. So what was I saying? So yeah, so the water was brown, and I put it up there, but I took pictures, and it was a white background, a simple white background, and I took photos off of it. But I had this other app that was like my filter app, and I guess I filtered it, like I brightened it up really bright. So the pictures, you can't tell that the water was brown, and I posted it up anyway. And it was a man that bought it for me. And I guess he mentioned that it was for his daughter's birthday and that she loves fairies. So when he received it, I got a bad review. Well, he didn't give me a review, but he gave me a message back saying this is unacceptable. Your photos are not described correctly or well or something like that. I want a refund. I want to return it. I was like, oh, my bad. So that was my mistake. And eventually I did give him a full refund. I told him, I'm sorry, my mistake. I'll definitely give you a refund, return it, and everything worked out well. But I felt so bad because it was for his daughter. And I thought, like, a man, I don't know if he probably likes fairies, but he told me later. And I was like, oh. So it's for his daughter, and I felt so bad. And yeah, so I learned from that situation, never brighten up the photo really bad, because, you know, you got to make it look as natural as possible, show all the flaws, you know, chips, scratches, or anything. But to this day, I learned not to do that. So when I go look for, so yeah, I became a reseller, Etsy reseller till then. And when I go to like thrift stores, Goodwills, farmer markets, things like that, flea markets, I always try to get good quality items, good condition. Especially glassware is hard because it could be chipped glass used. And when I go to the Goodwill, I probably had to like let go so many wonderful, amazing, pretty glassware. So glassware is one of my favorite items to collect for my shop, to sell in my shop, to resell. And I know, be careful with water goblets. Some of the older ones have antifreeze in them. Yeah, yeah, my dad told me that too. My parents, you know, support me and they help me a lot, so they always go with me. Um, I don't know, but they go with me because I guess Mondays and Tuesdays it's military and senior, so they get discounts. So I take my mom and my dad. Isn't that bad? So I take them with me. I know I love goblet glasses too. They're my favorite and they're really popular. They do sell. They sell well for me. And I have a bunch. I love the colored ones, like amber, the green goblets. I love all the colored glass there is, vintage from the 70s, 60s, 50s. Yeah, you name it. I love it all too. Yep. Yeah, they're so beautiful. I love them. Yeah. Thank you ladies for watching. I'm so excited. Some of you popped up. Hi, Mary. Oh my, I'm sorry. I can't. Oh, I gotta lower down this light. Give me a second. I can't see. I can't read this thing. I have a light on me. Wait. I know they are beautiful. Very vintage is very made. I know. So, do you all ladies? You all resellers, right? Tiki, I love your channel. I see some of your channel. It's a learning experience. I love how you talk about like gemstones and where they come from. I love your videos, Tiki. I learned a lot from you. Have you posted anything lately? I don't know if you posted anything lately, Tiki. Yes, you're welcome, of course. I'm always watching your stuff. Oh, yeah. I do that too, Lynn B. I always buy things for myself, and it's so hard. It's so hard, but like just clothes, like clothing and stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah, so I learned a lot on Etsy, and so yeah, I sell a lot of like vintage glassware is mostly my thing, you know, and it sells really well. And to this day, yeah, I'm selling like right now it's kind of slow. Last week, well, the first week of June, I sold probably like 3 items in 2 days. And I already shipped that out a long time ago. But yeah, and I'm always out, you know, hustling, bustling, going to thrift stores, Goodwills, Salvation Army, all the little random thrift stores around here in my area. I like to go far too, like other cities. The farthest I've been was probably Whittier. And when I go travel, like road trips, I'll go to like San Antonio, Texas. I went there. Texas. Everything's big in Texas, let me tell you. There's a lot of good stuff. Redding, California. My sister lives out there. Yes. Redding has only one Goodwill though. But it's big. It's one of the big ones. And I like them because they have the carts. Over here where I live, they don't have carts. They have the little baskets. Or a little like cart basket thing. And it's like, can't put anything in there. But yeah, the one in Redding are big. The one in Texas are big. I've been to Nevada, Vegas. Vegas has good ones, let me tell you. My family is in San Antonio. Oh, yes. I went to San Antonio this past January. It was more like, because I've never been to San Antonio before. I've been to Dallas, Texas, El Paso. Our family lives in El Paso, Texas, Fabens, Texas. So we took a trip finally to San Antonio, and we went to Corpus Christi to have a Selena day. I'm a huge fan of Selena, so Yeah, so I always wanted to go see her museum, see her statue, see her grave, and it was so beautiful. I loved the museum. It was really interesting. We went to the beach and saw her beautiful statue there by the beach, Corpus Christi, and I had my my second time having Whataburger. The first time I had Whataburger was in Dallas, Texas. It's okay. If you guys fan about if you're a fan of Whataburger, Mary, let me know. But I had this cheeseburger and it was kind of dry. I think it was kind of dry for me. But I'm going to go again the third time around and try to get something else. Yeah, so I love Etsy. It's one of my favorite platforms. And then this past 6 months, I got into Poshmark. I wanted to do Poshmark and sell my items and do another, because I've been watching a lot of YouTubers, and Thelma was one of the ones that I was very intrigued, because she would talk about Etsy, and she does eBay and Poshmark. She talked about Poshmark, like, oh, I want to see what Poshmark is about. And I also like saw other YouTubers, Angie, Tanya, those ladies are wonderful. I love Angie. I like because I love her style of jewelry she picks. Her style is so beautiful. You know, I just love her style and jewelry. It's so pretty, and she has good stuff. That woman has good stuff, and I love watching her videos. Yeah, and she's not. She always talks about, when I get older or something like that, I'm gonna stop YouTube. I'm like, no, keep going till the day you die. That's what I always say. I'm gonna keep going till the day I die. Yeah, but she's wonderful. I love watching Angie and Tanya. I started watching her because she also did jewelry jars. So when I was searching with Margaret, from Margaret, I saw Thelma. From Thelma, I saw Tanya. But I would research like Etsy resellers, or jewelry jars and jarrings, and their videos just popped up, and they do everything. So I always watch those women. And then from Thelma, I would be on the live streams too and chat with you all, you know. And I came across Makeup Zombie, and I was like, oh, let me see her. She does a lot of jewelry jars too, and I was just hooked. Her jewelry jars are so good. She gets a good quality. This was when she was getting like all silver jewelry jars, all gold tone jewelry jars. This was before she was doing selling, you know how she like resells and stuff like that. Yeah, so Elizabeth, Makeup Zombie, she does good stuff. I like watching her stuff all the time. I don't buy anything, but I'm there to support. Like, I'm there to support the women out there, and I just like to see what you all doing, all the YouTuber women. And yeah, so around that time I was like, you know what, let me do eBay, but let me search. So I was like on YouTube, and I was searching on eBay, and I was like, okay, eBay resellers. I would search on there, and guess who popped up? This man called Flippin' Hustler Todd, Mr. Todd. He popped up, and I think at that time he was live. It said live. I was like, oh, so let me click on it, and he was live. Mr. Todd was live. Me too. I'm on too much. Cam got the. I'm just reading what you all saying. Yes, I love Mr. Todd. He's wonderful. That man made me laugh. He's funny. I love his personality. Todd is great. Obviously, he was doing his packaging, you know what I mean, like the videos that he always does. And but yeah, ever since Todd, I subscribed, and I watched it ever since. This was like half of a year now, I think. This is when he didn't have the 1,000 subscribers at that time. This is probably when he was around like 600, I think. Yeah. Yeah, Mr. Todd, he's hilarious. I love watching him. I learn a lot from him. He'll talk about like what he sells. He'll go around his basement and show around his stuff, his confetti. He's so fun. He makes me laugh. the most enjoyable, I don't know, I know all of you were there when he wanted to do the 14-hour for him to get his like his subscribers, what, that 1,000 subscriber night. Remember that night he did that 14 hours? And he did the panel, and Kelly, I call Mama, Kelly Mama, I call her. She popped up. Yes. And the most funniest part ever was when she's like, hold on, I'll be right back. But this is when Todd was trying to talk. And then Kelly goes in the back and she starts singing like out loud, I think it was. And Todd was trying to like call her like, Kelly, be quiet. Like, I want to say something. I was laughing so hard, and I was like watching it on my phone. I was like, oh my God, I wish I could be there. It was hilarious. It was the most hilarious, funniest thing I seen. The best live stream panel that I seen in my life. I watched the whole 14 hours. I took it to the restroom with me. So it was, oh my God, that was hilarious. I was like literally laughing at Todd. Like, oh my God. He was like, Kelly, Kelly. It was hilarious, y'all. Oh my God. Yes, so that was the best, the funnest thing I seen in Todd when he was trying to do the 1,000 subscriber night, 14 hours. That was hilarious. Anyways, so yeah, I watch a lot of wonderful YouTubers. To this day, I still watch all of them. I still watch Angie, Tanya, Thelma's. Like, I'm always on her channel trying to get into her live stream. I support her. I love her stuff. I love when she talks about her everything, you know, her items and all that. So yeah. Uh-oh. So yeah, so it was hilarious. So I was like watching the YouTubers, and then eventually I started seeing like other people being on YouTube, and I was like, I had a channel before. I had my own YouTube channel like years ago, but I never used it. So I was like, recent, I was like, I want to make me my YouTube channel. So I did. So I have a personal one and I have this one that I'm on now. So I have two YouTube channels, but this one I go on most. And I was like, I want to start doing YouTube too for fun, for my business and to get myself out there, you know, just for fun. And people will always tell me, just YouTube, you know, you have the personality, you have something going on, you know. I'm like, okay, I'll do it. So I wanted to do it for fun, and I started making videos. I started in, let's see, oh my God. I have to go back on my videos and check when was my first one. Oh, last April. I guess my first ones I did was a quick vlog of me vlogging at a thrift store, trying to find some items. And then my third video was I went to the Pasadena Rose Bowl flea market. And I took some video from there and I posted it on there. And then I did a jewelry jar and jarring for the first time. That video, let me tell you something about that video. It's funny because, wait, let me see what you ladies are talking about. Make beautiful jewelry. Do you still make them? Yes, Perla makes nice pieces. I still have jewelry left. I still have my shop up. My Perla's Jewelry Box shop on Etsy. I still have it up. It's still up. Things are there for selling. I'll click on the I'll put the link, or you know, in the description. Just or search me on Etsy. Perla's Jewelry Box on Etsy, and you'll see my shop. I still have a lot of jewelry. I'm still selling. I don't make jewelry. I'm on a break right now. I'm taking a little break on them right now. I'm just busy with the reselling business. On Poshmark, on Etsy, on my vintage items, and then I sell a lot of vintage purses, scarves. You know, on Poshmark I put some jewelry on the Poshmark too. So, but yeah, I don't make jewelry anymore. I miss it though, Patricia. I miss making my jewelry, but one day I'm gonna I haven't stopped. I'm gonna keep doing it one day and get back on it. So yeah. I used to I started making like fine jewelry. I wanted to always do other types of jewelry. So I have a cousin, her husband, he's a jeweler. He has his own jewelry business, and it's right by my house, like down the street. And finally, this was what, 2016. I asked him, hey, I would like to learn how to make jewelry. Can you teach me? He's like, yeah, just come in my shop and I'll teach you. I'm like, okay. So I started making jewelry. I started making rings. And oh, let me show you guys. Hang on. I want to show you my jewelry. Give me 1 second. Hey. Okay. Well, I have a couple of rings I want to show you guys. Okay, so I have there just like 3 of them that I made. They're not good quality, but I don't know if you guys could see it. And it was around February. It was like February month, you know, and I wanted to do like a quick collection on like roses, and this one says love. I don't know if you guys could see that. It's sterling silver. I started making off of jewelry like sterling silver. That's a great start. Have been selling on Etsy for years, Poshmark and eBay. The secret is keeping up listing. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I list up all the time and it works. And here's where is it? Roses. I did a rose one. This is the roses. I don't know if you guys could see that. So yeah, this is like sterling silver. They're pretty heavy. So yeah, this was like one of my collections. I have more, but I don't know where I left them. And I wear them all the time. So yeah, so these are some of the rings that I made when I first starting. And this ring here is a wire wrapped ring. Patricia, look. This is one of my jewelry that I make. Oops, sorry. It's a wire wrap ring. It's beads. They're like pink metallic saucer beads. It's wire wrapped. I use like a silver type of wire, artistic wire. So this is one of my jewelry that I make, like type of jewelry that I make. And so yeah, I always loved making rings. Rings is like my favorite jewelry. So I got my rings. This little one is like a little knuckle, or like a little for the ring finger type of thing. It says love on it. It was for like Valentine's, February month. This is like a rose one. Yeah, so sorry about my nails. I gotta get my nails done. So yeah, really cute. So hope you ladies like them. And I wear them once in a while. So yeah, so I started making fine jewelry, and it was really fun to make, you know. And I was on the bench. I would work on the tools. And so it was a learning experience, but I felt like he wasn't teaching me well. He was too busy because that's his job, that's his business. So he would go off and I'll be there like trying to like make it. I was like, oh, I need help, you know. So, and I felt bad because I was like using his stuff, and there was some of the stuff that was like breaking, and I felt really bad. I was like, yeah, and it's expensive. Being a jewelry designer is expensive. And one of my first rings I made was a pearl ring. It was simple. I have it, but I don't know where I left it. I think it's in my purse. I wore it the other day. It was a simple ring, and it had a pearl, a water pearl. It was real with sterling. That was my first ring ever. He helped me how to make it. My second ring was an amethyst ring. It was a gemstone. I love amethyst. I love amethyst. Yes, me too, Limby. I love amethyst, my favorite gemstone. And so yeah, I made a ring. It was beautiful design. It was like a flower blossom design, and then in the middle was a nice oval amethyst. And I sold it. I posted it up just to show it. And then a friend of mine was like, Perla, are you selling that? I want it for my girlfriend. I'm like, yeah. How much? 80. I'll give you 80. So I gave him 80 bucks and I sold it like that. I still have pictures. It was a beautiful ring that I made. I wish I could have kept it, but so I made a couple of other rings, and he taught me how to make a linked chain out of sterling silver wire. I learned how to make handmade wire, how to how to extend it, how to make it thin and different sizes and stuff like that. Let me read the chat. What is your favorite piece of jewelry? If you're asking me, Patricia, my favorite piece of jewelry would be rings and bracelets. And then the third would be earrings and necklaces. But I love them all. I can't decide. But rings are probably the simple, cutest, and easy things to make. Rings are so easy. Yeah. But yeah, I could talk to you guys about making jewelry like all day. Yeah, for hours. That'll be another live stream. I'll give you that topic. I want to start that topic. It's so fun. So yeah, so it was, I felt very like I was using his stuff and I felt really bad, and to buy like I had to buy my own gemstones at the end of the day, and I would go to like the jewelry district in Los Angeles, and dang, I spent like over like $200 on gemstones. I'm like, oh my God, it's so expensive. And I imagine buying diamonds and working with gold. And I was like, I'll just stick with sterling. Sterling is not that pricey. You have to buy it by the gram. And I love bracelets and rings also, yes. You and me both, Limby. Let's see what Tiki is saying. Do a video on the wire chains you make when you start up again. Yeah. Yes, I will. Yes, I will do that too. And do have a collection. And do have a collection. I have a lot of collections, Patricia. Mostly, well, like this, like the rings. I wanted to do. I love doing collections, so I would always pick a theme. Since it was February that month, I was like, let me do like Valentine's things, like roses, love, hearts, things like that, and like red, like rubies, and purples and reds, things like that. So amethyst, and pearls too. Pearls are like my number one favorite gemstone. My name is Perla, and my gemstone is, I'm a Gemini, so my gemstone is a pearl, so I love pearls too. So pearls would be yes, I collect cameos out of A1 pearls. Ooh, natural stone and Victorian. Ooh, that sounds nice, Patricia. Yes. Yeah, I love pearls. It's my number one top favorite gemstones, jewels, and amethyst would be my second. I like turquoise. Oh, there's so many. There's so many. There's so many. And I like seashells too. I love shells. I know that's not a gemstone, but it's treasure. So yeah. So I love reselling. It's fun. It keeps me busy. It's a business. It's my personal business. It's part-time right now, but it's so fun. I love it. I hustle and I make my money, and I love collecting things. I love jewelry. So I started selling jewelry around maybe 4 or 5 months ago. And I was like, let me take that risk and sell jewelry, see what that's like, And so yeah, I put the stuff that I would be getting in my jewelry jars. Like I would try to find the good stuff and I'll like keep it and then I'll post it. So yeah, so turquoise is my favorite. Yes, it's pretty, huh? Oh, and then I was searching. No, I wasn't searching, but somehow I came across Sandy. Sandy, she makes jewelry. So I can relate to her. Like, I see her making it. I'm like, I know what she's talking about, because I've been there. But she's a pro. She's way up here. I'm down here. But I still learn from her. And Sandy is great. Her stuff. Oh, good night, Patricia. Well, thank you for stopping by, sweetie. Mwah, kisses. Good night. Sweet dreams. Jennifer, hi. Welcome to my live stream. It's my first live stream, Jennifer. I was just talking about my life story and how I became a jewelry designer, how I became a reseller on Etsy and Poshmark, my story, my all, you know, my ups and downs and things like that. And I'm also just babbling, talking to the chat. All these beautiful women are on right now. Thank you for popping in, you guys. Give me a thumbs up. I like the thumbs up. No thumbs down. No, no, no. Thelma. I love you, Thelma. Thank you for coming in. Yes, rewatch it. I just been talking about my life story and how and I talked about you, Thelma. Good things, obviously. So yeah, rewatch it. I'm a little bit nervous, so I might be a little like, you know, off, but I have a lot of energy. Yes, I love you too. Yeah. So yeah, so I just love selling and everything's great. And Sandy was one of my favorites. So I would watch Sandy. Yeah, she makes jewelry and she's a jeweler's and her stuff is beautiful. And I love watching, I like going on her live stream and to support her and be there and give her a thumbs up and, you know, and I don't buy anything when it comes to the whole like selling stuff on there. Like, you know, but I just like seeing what she makes, you know, what she's selling and all you YouTubers, you know, and yeah, so I like it. But yeah, I could relate to Sandy. I know what it's like, you know, and it's hard because when I was making the rings, it took me a long time and it was frustrating because I had to get well, I was working with molds. I wasn't working from scratch. Sandy works from scratch. Like she uses her own ideas. I learned from doing the molds and it was already made. I just had to shoot the wax in there and get it perfect, open it up and get it perfect. So I love that jewelry box behind you. Yes. Thelma, I'm gonna do I wanted to do a video of I have a lot of jewelry boxes I love to collect. I love the vintage velvet jewelry boxes. So I'm gonna do a video and just show, you know, all my collection and I love them too, Thelma. And I saw you have them too, so yay, high five. Yeah, so thank you. I know it's purple. My favorite color is purple. The video that I'm gonna do, I'll give you another live stream and just talk about like my stories and how I found the jewelry boxes. Yeah, so stay tuned, watch out for that video, or I might do a live video. I like doing this live stream thing, so I might do another one, so stay tuned. Hi Debs, treasures. Hi, yeah, thank you for coming in. Hi to you all ladies, thank you. Give me a thumbs up, I'll appreciate it. So yeah, so what was I saying? Great. Now I lost my train of thought. But yeah, so yeah, I like to support all the YouTubers out there. I like watching you all and I like being in the chat, you know, and making friends and that's just how I am, you know, and it's so fun and I wanted to do this. I wanted to go live finally. I see everyone doing it. I'm like, I'm gonna do it for fun. See what it's like to go live and just chat and tell my life story to start. So I wanted to do my first live stream about me, my life, you know, how I became, like I said, a jewelry designer, a reseller on Etsy and Poshmark, and how I started YouTube, having my own YouTube channel. So for Poshmark, that was a bit of a struggle when I first started. You should do more like, thank you. Yes, I will, Jennifer. Yeah, I'm saying like I kind of like it, so I might do it. I might do another live or more live streams for the heck of it, you know. Yes, I will. Thank you. Making jewelry. Yeah, I used to make jewelry when I was young. After high school, I started making fashionable beaded jewelry. That was my thing. But yeah, rewatch my video. I'll tell you I'll tell you the story on my video when I first started this live stream. So yeah, rewatch it, Delma. Perla, why is there no bell on your channel? Oh really? That's weird. No bell. What? So the bell doesn't show up? I don't know, sweetie. I'll look into it. I don't know. I have to check that. You're so young. Yes. I know I get that a lot. I'm in my early 30s, and I don't know. I just people think like I'm like 21 or something. So I'm like, thank you. I'll take that compliment. Really, Debs? Hmm. And you're looking on like my channel name. It's right on the, yeah, it should be right on the right side. It should be right on the bottom next to the subscriber button. Yeah. I'm like, why wouldn't it be there? Yeah. So yeah, so Poshmark was a bit like of a struggle for me. It was very slow. It's still slow to this day. I probably sold maybe like 6 things, but I'd only been on there for like 6 months. So, but Etsy's my favorite. I love Etsy. That's like where I sell. I make my extra cash. It's fun. I like it. Yeah, so Poshmark is cool. Um, like I said, Thelma, I was talking about you about how you were one of my second YouTubers that I watched, and you were talking about Etsy and Poshmark, and I got into Poshmark because of you, Thelma. So yeah, and I like it. It's pretty cool. Yeah. eBay, let's talk about eBay. eBay, I got into it for a little bit. I posted a couple of things on there, but it didn't do very well. I remember the first time I had like, I only put like what? A couple of some jewelry on there. And then I think I put a couple of vintage purses on there because I love collecting vintage purses. Gosh, it's slow. I know it's so slow right now. And I don't know. I'll talk about Poshmark some other time. I don't want to get like, ugh, Poshmark is a whole conversation. But yeah, but eBay was a little bit of a struggle. I love collecting vintage purses, and so I posted a couple on there on eBay. And I remember finally there was this black box vintage velvet purse, a handbag that I put up there. And finally somebody was interested in it, and they put an offer. And I think I had it up there for 30, and I probably said yes to 20. She wanted a 20. I'm like, okay. So I accepted it on eBay, I believe. And yeah, and she bought it, and then minutes later she sent me a message. She goes, I'm so sorry. I accidentally clicked on the wrong purse. I purchased the wrong purse. And she wanted to cancel. So I canceled it. So it was funny because I was like, yay. And I was like, aw. So it was a funny situation there. I collect vintage 70s purses from Mexico. Ooh, I have only one left. What? How do they look like? Are they like nice and colorful and floral? My nieces have a lot from Peru. Dang, you sold them all. Good for you. That's awesome. eBay is funny. You have to list a lot. Yeah. And Thelma, I only like put like what, a couple, like 10 items. Yeah, I know that to start, you know what I mean? I wanted to start off like small, see what it's like. So yeah, so I was a little bit bummed. She put my hopes up. I was like, yay, I made a sale, and then oh, I lost it. So but it was a learning experience. And then months later, I had a necklace up and someone bought it. So that was my first purchase. But after that, I was just like, nah, I'm not a fan of eBay. So I took it down. I still have my account up. I still buy stuff on there, but maybe one day I'll get back on there, you know. But Etsy is where I'm like busy on. I'm like constant listing on Etsy. It's pretty good. I love Etsy. It's my favorite one yet. Oh, good night, Tiki. This life left in my spirit, leaving me feeling great. Aw, thank you, Tiki. Thank you for coming in, hearts. Mwah. Good night, sweet dreams. I'll see you later. Bye, my love. Yes, give me a thumbs up, peeps. Thank you. So yeah, but yeah, I might go back on eBay. Yeah, but we'll see. But Etsy's my favorite. Yes, definitely. Yeah. And then so now I'm just enjoying my summer. This past 2 weeks ago, I went to an estate sale. It was pretty cool. I couldn't find anything because I went kind of late. There's a lot around my house. I haven't been in yard sales in a while too. Yard sales are a little bit tough. There's like something in my hair. Let me read the chat for a little bit. Maybe take a good night. Okay, don't forget to yes. Yeah, so yard sales. I haven't been in yard sales in so long. Let me tell you, it's tough. It's tough because everyone sells a lot of like modern things. And I'm looking for like vintage item things, like vintage things. And that's why I like going to estate sales because I have the app of like treasures. What's it called? Treasures app map or something like that. And that's where I look for like different what's around me, you know. And there's a couple of houses that are like vintage houses and they have a lot of cool things. So I go there and but this time I went late. I went like 2 hours later and everything was gone. There was a lot of people and I like going to the first day, early morning before it opens. I'm always there, yeah. So yeah, so it's like it's fun though. It's interesting, but I hate it when there's like a lot of people at the estate sale and you're like bumping, like like you know. So and I'm holding like I have my box, and I'm just like trying to go like this. Excuse me, excuse me. They're like bumping into you or they're like grabbing things. You're like whoa. So it's like I have to be like that too. I have to grab, you know. Yeah. Hi, welcome. So yeah, I'm just like I said, I'm just telling y'all my life story, my first live stream. So yeah, I'm just talking and letting you all know about my life, my stories. And thank you for coming in. I live in Ontario, California, Debs. Yes, an hour away from Los Angeles. Yeah, I live right next to Mount Baldy Mountains and an hour away from Big Bear. I don't know if you're familiar of Ontario, California. Yeah, so yeah, so yeah, I live in Ontario, California. Yeah. So yeah, so the estate sale was kind of funny. Oh, I actually bought this jewelry box, which I'm gonna show you guys in another video of my jewelry. I have I guess I'll show you guys now. Should I show you guys? Ooh. I almost I almost snapped my fingers. Oh, how do I open this thing? I never even heard of it. Heard of what? Ontario, California? Have you heard of Ontario, Canada? I have. I've never been there, but you know. So I wanted to show you guys one of the items that I got at the estate sale. So I got lucky with this jewelry box. And be careful because, ooh, sorry about the glare. So this was one of the jewelry boxes I found in one of the rooms. It was a vintage house. Gorgeous. It's a pink. Look how gorgeous this, and it's a good condition. Look at the bottom, nice and green. It still has its tag. Got it for $20. I was like, ooh, and it was hidden. It was on like a cute little dresser, right? And it had like another box. And I'm looking, and I'm like, wait a second, and I grab it, I open it, I'm like, I took it, I grabbed it, and I was like holding it like this, like it's mine. So, anyways, so this is one of the items I got, and inside some jewelry. I'll show you guys the jewelry. Let me take it out. Just a couple of jewelry. Look how cute. I know, Thelma, you're gonna love this. I thought about you. There we go again. Hate that. It smells so good. I love that vintage jewelry box smell. Am I the only one that loves that? Hold on. Difficulties. So yeah, this is what it looks like. Gorgeous. Good condition. And it has another compartment. It opens up as well. Perfect. So yeah, I love these type of jewelry boxes. And this is a really good find. I was like, treasure. I was like, yes. And it has its key. It has its like a little key right there too. I'm like, yay. So this is a jewelry box, nice and cute and pink. So the jewelry. So I guess I was like, since I always like sell a bunch of like women's jewelry, I wanted to sell like men's jewelry, like other types of jewelry too. So I was like, let me start looking for men's jewelry, like cufflinks, anything, you know. So I've been searching a lot of for like cufflinks, like men's cufflinks. So I saw this pretty one. I got this one for $5 at the estate sale. It's a set. It's pearls, like a pearl. It's this one is the brand Gilt. I think that's what it says. So this is the tie bar. Has a nice pretty pearl, and these are the cufflinks, the matching. Look how pretty these are. So yeah, and they're gold tone, perfect condition, nice and heavy. So I got this set, and then this is, yes, great condition. I know, and this was $3, and these are just some pretty sparkly, shimmery. Look at. So these are really cute, and they're in good condition too. I think these are swank. These are swank cufflinks. Good condition too. Look how pretty they sparkle. So I love these. These are really cute. So this is a men's jewelry. And then I saw these pretty vintage earrings. I was like, oh my God. And I love purple. So I was like, they caught my eye. They caught my attention. Look how these ones look. Look at these. How pretty. Aren't these so pretty? They're clip-ons. They have a beautiful design on them. I love how these look. I gotta clean them. They're a little bit like rusty, and they have like green on them. Purple's my favorite too. Yes, I love purple too. We all love purple. So yeah, they don't have a mark or anything. They're just pretty, and they're good condition. I just gotta clean them, make them shiny, you know, and take off all this yucky stuff. See how green it looks? Yeah, so. But these are really cute. These ones, I don't know how much. I think they were like They were like $6, I think. Yeah, so these ones are really cute. And then I found this cute little bracelet. Look how adorable this is. Isn't that so pretty? You guys can see that. It's really pretty. I like the flowers. And it's pretty heavy too. It just needs to be cleaned up. Look how pretty that is. Isn't that adorable? It's like aluminum or like tin. Like a tin type of metal. Gold tone. No maker's mark. It's just, look at the back. It's just hollow. It just looks like that. So yeah. Yeah, it's really pretty, huh? I like it. So yeah, so this was the jewelry. I got this for $1. That was the jewelry that I got. And then I got a scarf as well, but I think I put it away. It was like a purple scarf. I love getting scarves too. So that was my jewelry I got at the estate sale a couple weeks ago. Sorry, I like to keep it in my cute little pink jewelry box. So yeah. So what are you all doing tonight? It's Thursday, right? I'm just gonna, what time is it now? 8:22. 8:22 p.m. in my part of the town. What are you doing tonight, Thelma, Lynn B, Jennifer, Debs? Oh, you're shopping at Poshmark. What are you getting, Thelma? I'm all nosy. I'm sorry. I'm like, what are you getting? And YouTube, yes. But thank you, Thelma, for stopping by. What are you watching on YouTube? Me? That's a good guess. 11:30. Here is not. Oh, okay. You're just relaxing, huh, Jennifer? Relaxing in bed? Yeah. That sounds very nice. I'm going to relax too. Well, I hope I said enough what I wanted to say about my story. I'm thinking to do more of these live streams. I like it. It's fun. And I think I'm going to call it a night, you guys. Well, I just want to say thank you for stopping by. It means a lot. I just wanted to, just tell you about my life, who I am, and where I come from, and my story on my jewelry, me being a reseller, and how I got on YouTube. I was gonna say eBay, YouTube. So yeah. So thank you for watching, you guys. Give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, or just enjoy your rest of your night. Thank you for thank you for stopping by, and I had fun. Hope you guys had fun watching and listening to me ramble about my life. And yeah, so thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna go. Hope everyone's having a good night. I love you all, and we'll see you soon. Hope you guys, thank you for joining. Thank you for seeing me and enjoying it. Bye. Bye, Des. Bye, Libby. Bye, Thelma. Bye, Jennifer. And everyone that I probably missed in the live stream. All right. We'll see you guys later. Bye. Mwah.